The Norse mythology would not be complete without a trickster god who knows no limits to his pranks. His name is Loki, and he is one of the most interesting characters in the Norse pantheon of gods. Loki is a giant, a son of Farbauti and Laufey, who was included in the Aesir tribe of gods. He is associated with fire, deception and tricks. Loki is also the master of shapeshifting. He can change into animals like salmon, flea, horse or bird. He also has the ability to change his human appearance, including the change of his sex. The trickster god is responsible for conceiving the most frightening monsters in Norse mythology. The great wolf Fenrir, who kills Odin during Ragnarok. The snake Jormungand, who brings death to Thor during Ragnarok, and the goddess of the dead, Hel. He was also the mother, in his female form, of Sleipnir, an 8-legged horse and companion of the king of gods Odin. He created Sleipnir by shapeshifting into a mare and courting the stallion Svaldifari. It is said that the majority of his offspring comes from the giantess Angerboda. She could never become a wife of God, but that did not mean that she was forbidden from bearing his children. Loki took a wife, Sigyn, with whom he had 2 sons, Vali and Narvi. He also spent 8 years as a woman, a witch. In this time he gave birth to a multitude of monsters. Loki was not quick to pick a side. He was both a giant and a god. For the majority of time, he would choose the side that suited him more at the given moment. Only when Ragnarok started, Loki picked the side of giants and opposed gods. Yet before that, he got on well with gods. He went on quests with Thor and gave his son Sleipnir to Odin. He also obtained many of their magical items for other gods. One of the most valuable items was Mjolnir, Thor's powerful hammer, which Loki obtained from dwarves. He also got Odin's items, the spear, Gungnir, and Draupnir, the ring of wealth. Norse gods took Loki for a crazy person and a prankster, and forgave him many of his tricks. Yet there was one thing that they could not forgive. Loki killed the god of beauty Baldur, and then prevented him from coming back from the underworld. This was too much for the other gods. They captured him, bound him to a rock with chains, and bound his sons Vali and Narvi to the same rock with their guts. Then they put a huge venomous snake over him in such a way that the venom dripped straight on Loki's face. In this position, unable to move even an inch, he had to atone his actions. Yet his loving wife did not want him to suffer. She decided to hold a bowl over his face and catch the venom in it. Once the bowl was full, she proceeded to empty it. At this moment, a single drop of snake's venom reached Loki's face. He would shudder with pain, and his shuddering would cause earthquakes. It was believed that Loki would free himself at some point and seek revenge on other gods. He is actually the one to start Ragnarok. The prophecy says that Ragnarok will start with the ship Naglfar, steered by Loki, coming to Asgard, the place where gods reside. Loki will die during Ragnarok, killed by god Heimdall, who ruled over the Rainbow Bridge, the entryway to Asgard. Heimdall will also die, killed by Loki. This will be the first great battle of Ragnarok. Loki is depicted as a cunning coward and a nihilist, who acknowledges no rules or boundaries and abides no laws. He is a hedonist, reaching for everything he wants, even if it's just a shallow pleasure. He is also witty and plays with language to get whatever he wants. This is how he often gets out of trouble. For example, when he made a bet with dwarves, his stake was his own head. When it became clear that he lost the bet, he said he promised his head, not his neck, which meant that the dwarves could not decapitate him. In the end, they cut out Loki's tongue and sewed his mouth as a punishment for manipulation. As a person who avoids physical combat, he did not have any weapons. He also lacked any magical items or charms, with the exception of a pair of shoes which allowed him to run in the air. Not much was said in the mythology about Loki's appearance. The only thing that is repeated is his red hair, which may be a symbol of fire that Loki ruled over. Loki is certainly an interesting character. He is extremely smart and witty, definitely weaker than the other gods, so he stands little chance in direct combat. Therefore, he uses his intelligence to get out of trouble, and he has a lot of trouble to get out of, because as a trickster god, he has many enemies. Definitely one of the most interesting gods in the Norse mythology.